about what's going on in the UFC. So this Saturday is the huge pay-per-view. This Saturday we have the first fight between two undefeated fighters, and it's for the middleweights draft. It is a great pay-per-view that we got. I got Austin Garvey with me. I appreciate you coming along, brother. I really appreciate you coming along. We're going to be talking also with the first Rhode Island MMA World Champion, Todd Chattelle. It's going to be a great interview. We are so excited to actually be able to get first of all on live stream. We're going to have a little bit shorter of a show today. We had some technical difficulties, and we are going to be able to. And so what we're going to do, what we're going to try to do right now is, I don't know, what you should we try to go for the pay-per-view? Yeah, pay-per-view. All right. So coming to this Saturday, we have Adesanya Costa. If you're not following the UFC, if you don't know who Israel Adesanya is, think of the most dangerous man on the planet, and then he's dropped like 40 pounds. People just stand, knock out others. And he's going against the biggest guy in the UFC. Sit, talk loud. All right. Okay, you're good. So we got Israel Adesanya, who's the defending middleweight champion. He's going to be fighting Paulo Costa. Israel Adesanya is 19-0, Paulo Costa is 13-0. This fight is of monumental importance to the UFC because the middleweight division is one of, it's probably the second best division in the UFC right now, only behind like and we have Adesanya, who's the best pure striker in the UFC right now, going up against Paulo Costa. We talked about this a decent amount. We talked about how me and you both agree Adesanya's probably going to win because that's the change of advantage. Not even counting his legs. Right. I mean, he used to be a kickboxer. But for God's sakes, this dude won 7 fights. If he wins this next fight, he'll be 100. It's so crazy. He's like 31 years old and he's knocking people out. So he's like, well, he's 19-0 in MMA and he's 75 and 4. Something like that. Yeah, but he has like, he's only lost to that one guy, like, you know, he's still the champion. He's still the champion in the kickboxing organization? Yeah. No shit. Yeah. That's awesome. Also, there's another fight on this card that you wouldn't even know. It's not even being promoted. The light heavyweight championship, now that John Jones vacated, is going to be up for grabs between Dominic Reyes and Jan Black. We talked about this a little bit. I think we talked about it on one of the old podcasts, but I put myself out there for a couple picks for these UFC guys. I stuck to my gut on a couple, and I've been dead wrong. This fight, I have Dominic Reyes 100%. Oh yeah, I have Dominic Reyes. Just because he went with John. He went 5 rounds with John Jones. I mean, Jan Blachowicz was good. He won 3 of the rounds. He lost 2. He lost both champions. And the only reason he's not already light heavyweight champ is because he actually didn't beat the champ. You can't take John Jones' belt away if he doesn't actually lose. His only loss is to John Jones. Right. 12-1 in his career. Did I tell you he used to be an actual NFL? Or no, I think he was in college football. And then he went drafted in the 6th round, and then he cut him. And he was like, I don't know what the hell to do. He was gaining weight, and his buddy took him to an MMA, just like the one we're at. And took out of that. Yeah, he's fighting Jan Blachowicz, though, has knocked out. Yeah, but he's 37 years old, dude. If you look at the past like 4 fights with people like 38 to 41, they've lost considerably. That's it. Even Steve, even when bad against He's 41. There you go. I mean, Jan Blachowicz just beat. I can't remember this either. I'm gonna look this up. But he's like probably has the most lethal kicks in the UFC besides Izzy Adesanya. But it's too different. It's too different. Right, it is. Jan Blachowicz has way more power. But Dominic Reyes, he just beat Corey Anderson. That's what I was saying. He dominated Corey Anderson in a one-round fight. Yeah, with Sean O'Malley's going to be a boxer. Sean O'Malley's going to be a boxer? Yeah, probably because he's too embarrassed to come back to the UFC. He's posted it on his YouTube. He's probably just doing that for life. He probably wants to box for honor. He can make more money doing boxing. Of course he can. Well, especially since the UFC underpays the hell out of him. Yeah, I know. Did you see his contract? In the last fight night, which we're going to get to in a second, Covington with an insane shot. not happy about it, but I'm saying the last, I want to say the first fight on the main card was between two lightweights, and they were kind of known. I can't remember exactly who got, but like the winner made 13 grand, and because he got a win, he got another 13, so he got 26 grand. 20 minutes of life on the ring, like what the hell? And then you got John Jones, who's won't fight because Dana White won't give him 10 mil to get him. Such a crazy sport.
But then you got like boxing where you pick up
Right. You can make 100 million. Look at Floyd Mayweather when he was fighting. Floyd was smiling every time he got in the round.
No, so better fight Logan Paul.
So nuts. So stupid. Real quick, let's get into the fight that just happened last week, Covington Woodley. This, you actually got to watch fights more than I did, so you would be able to tell. But the first thing you got to get out of the way is Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev, if you don't know, he's a middleweight contender. He's making his way into the top 15 of the middleweight division. He's now 3-0 in the UFC, and he title waves in social media because in a 10-day period, this was the middle of May, in a 10-day period, Khamzat Chimaev beat two separate fights on two separate cards. The only person to ever do that. And in those fights, he had an advantage in strikes landed, 136 to 2. So he dominated two people.
I think that's actually more than that.
Was it a little bit more than that? I want to say it
190,
was something like that.
because it was 119 or 121 for one fight, and then it was like 46 for the other.
The second fight, his opponent didn't even land a shot. And after this fight that he just had last week against Gerard now his advantage just went up one. One punch knockout. For Chimaev. 17 seconds. This is the real deal. And now he's waiting there to start making a 5-round main event waiting for him. Crazy.
And in your future, like, that could be like,
not only that, but we had Donald Cerrone and Tommy. You think so?
there's also another Tyron Woodley should retire too.
Tyron Woodley, he's 38. He's another one. I mean, he's
Dana White's sick. Dana White's sick.
I think that
Dana White said Donald Cerrone.
But Dana White says that because he just doesn't want them to. Because the Tyron Woodley's making splash on social media and he's talking about I need another fight, then people are going to ask for another fight. And Dana White doesn't want to get rid of him. Dana White's smart. Dana White's smart. And the other
One better promoter, dude, and that's Donald White.
yeah, I mean Connor too. Connor's a pretty good promoter.
Yeah, because,
So we got Chimaev out of the way, we got Cerrone drawing. Covington dominating Tyron Woodley in a 5-round fight, ended up breaking his ribs, right?
yeah, but that was great. Breaking the ribs didn't it wasn't the end of it. It's not what the side of the fight, though.
He dominated him the whole time.
He was good.
And then in the 5th round, I think like what, 3 minutes left or something.
Yeah, 3 minutes left. He was about to start grounding.
Yeah. So Covington easily took him down. Looked for him to get the next shot after Burns for Usman's welterweight title. And the only other fight in that was Johnny Walker making his comeback in the UFC. Big dude. Did you watch that fight? He's a big 6'4" like everything. He beat Ryan Smith. Yeah, so Johnny Walker beat Ryan Smith. I believe that was a stoppage. And I actually have it right here. I don't know why I'm looking at my computer and I keep saying so Johnny Walker beat Ryan Smith by a knockout 2 minutes into the first round. Johnny Walker's back. He's a name to definitely look out for. So like him.
There's also another guy who got kicked to the head knockout.
And like the prelims. See, I've set it up. I hate working Saturdays. They always miss these cards. Like, they're good cards. Everyone I don't know if you guys so we got,
Barstool Sports.
was it Randy Costa?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
TKO 41 seconds.
Yeah, it was Randy.
Yeah.
Well, he got interviewed by a guy on Barstool, and he explained.
Oh, that was the video you showed me.
Yeah, we set it up and he feinted 2 punches and he kicked them.
I didn't know it was 40 seconds. That's kind of crazy. All right, so we've basically gone over the pay-per-view that's coming up next Saturday, and I cannot wait for that. And we've been talking about the fight night that just happened. We're going to shift gears a little bit. We are going to bring in a special guest. If you're not excited, this is I'm kind of having a little bit of a fan moment. We got I already mentioned it earlier in the show, but we have the first ever Rhode Island
There you go.
Alright, we got a little tight squeeze, but we're gonna do it. Thank you so much.
Like small, medium, and large.
We've been doing this podcast for like 2.5 months, 3 months. You are the first fighter that I've ever gotten.
Let's go.
I've been such a fan of MMA since honestly I was like low key. I have the most fucking respect for you. So you wanna get into a little bit of Todd actually plays at CBS. He's from Kentucky, Rhode Island.
I'm a retired fighter.
Oh, he's retired. I didn't see you come back. How did you get here?
I might jump in a boxing match if somebody wants to box with me. I get ready a little bit.
Yeah. How'd you get started? Like, what brought you into boxing? Like, was it like some people have like a youth, like a couple of youth, so like they just like want to like really stay in some way? Was it like an escape for you, or did you like?
I guess it started boxing when I was a trainer.
Yeah.
I had Chuck Sullivan show me some things. This guy Quincy Benton, he was the staff, teaching me stuff. Then when I came home, I joined a boxing gym that was a community center on Bond Street in Central Falls.
Free, right?
Yeah, it was free for me. I knew people that trained there. We actually had like, you know, Dimitri Andre, Booby.
No.
He's like a world champion boxer right now. He's trying to get a fight with, you know, Canelo or
Oh, okay.
somebody big, GGG, but I think they're ducking. Personally, I think they're ducking. But Boo was there when we were kids. He was like 12 years old. We had a lot of good Diego Pereira. We had a lot of good boxers that came out of there.
So that's like what's the age that you started at 12 years old? Like
No, I was 16 when I went to training.
16.
Yeah. And then when I came home, you know, crazy upbringing in and out of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And then the boxing gym had closed down, and so the coach there was Coach Burt was being at boxing. It closed down because of like money or whatever, because boxing community center.
Which happens like a lot, right? Like a lot of the boxing gyms close down because of money problems, like hard times and stuff.
Yeah, especially in the city. It was in such a full.
Yeah,
a lot of money over there. You know what I mean? A lot of kids come in and you kind of let them train anyway, even if they don't have their dues or whatever. You know, some coaches. You know, at Big Six, that man's always on them.
I mean, boxing is one of the sports that's disciplined.
Yeah,
especially the younger kids, and they get a sense of having control around that, and they got, you know.
I mean, if you're not disciplined, you're gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? And at old school, like the old school boxing gyms, you get in there and bang. There was coaches that would just throw you in. You know, you're there for a week, and most of the time, guys wouldn't even never come back because they figure if you come back, you know, this is what you're supposed to do. So the boxing gym closed down. I ended up at an MMA gym. It was my boxing coach's nephew was one of the like pioneers of
Cheering on my team.
Manny Reynolds, and he actually had like some of the first promotions in Rhode Island. He had back in the day they called it Bell 2-0, which was it means anything goes. So they had shows with open hand strikes and things like that because close hand strikes were illegal with like Tim Sylvia, Jorge Rivera, UFC fighters. And so I started training with Manny, doing MMA, and I was like, man, boxing's kind of weak, man. It's only one aspect of the whole idea of the,
Like that's how you got
That's how you got into MMA, like the boxing gym closing down?
Yeah, because the boxing gym closed down, then I went to Jose for a while at his house, but then as soon as I started doing MMA, I was like, this is something else.
Yeah.
This is like
being on the ground and rolling around with somebody different, or did you?
I watched a lot of your
mean,
fights before.
yeah. I
Your boxing background.
Yeah.
What's your like main style?
So I do, and then over the years, things changed. I ended up
Yeah.
Muay Lao with Coach William. He's like my father now. I call him Pop.
Yeah.
So I linked up with his son, US MMA, USA MMA, US MMA. And my main coach, and I started learning like from him, just this place, that place, ended up just loving it, learning and growing.
Yeah, bouncing around,
It's
getting
been a long road,
techniques.
like this coach, that coach, like crappy coach, good coach, do this, don't do that. It's been a long
You gotta
road.
know what you work for.
Huh?
What do you look for in a coach?
Now, I honestly, like, if I was to tell a kid to look for something in a coach, preferably like have some type of fights in your resume, and also somebody that really genuinely cares about people. You know what I'm saying? You have people that when you're up, I love you. When you're down, get out of here. So I spent a lot of years like where people, I was just learning, just growing, so I was kind of just, at a certain point, I was just a contender, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody that would, come and fight and maybe do good, maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At one point, I was a champion, a world champion.
Yeah.
And then it's just, everybody's there, but when you were down, like I said, I met Master William, and when I had met him, that's when everything changed. And I really had somebody that cared about me. You know what I'm saying? It was more than he's a great coach. You know what I mean? He's from Laos, like he learned over in Laos in the jungle. So obviously he had the technique, but it was more than he was a good man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you kind of like listen to him.
So it was somebody who you could rely on and trust. You know what I'm saying? Have your back.
You can tell anything.
Do whatever. He'll have your back.
It's important to have the right boxing coach for you, but it's even more important to have the right guy as the boxing coach.
They give you that
Like
right
a lot
mind
of
state
people-
into a fight.
I don't have boxing background, but I do know that there's a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge. They know a lot of different techniques and all that. They may be looking for something else.
Somebody that's going to be a world champion instead of just, hey, this is my guy, I want to train him.
Right. Whereas you got a kid over here who's actually at this gym is working on it.
Whoever it is,
So it's kind of funny. You mentioned earlier that you went to a certain gym where they would throw you into the wolves, and if you came back, that's when they would really test you. Are you familiar with the Gracies? So that's what they used to say about Royal Gracie and Dixie Gracie back in the day. Like, if people would, because back in the day, MMA gyms were like, if they weren't free, they would cheat. Or like, at least back, because this started back in the day.
In the Val Tudo, like no holds barred type of competition where it was martial arts against martial arts, traditional against traditional, you know what I mean?
When I was talking about that, Joe Rogan, in the first broadcast I ever had about MMA was actually in like 1980, and it was on like 2, 3 in the morning on ESPN.
Yeah.
That's when the first broadcast.
I do remember hearing him say that. Was that with like Big John McCarthy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it's crazy, like how far it's come. Like starting out at 2, 3 in the morning, like where it's from today. Like it's gonna take over boxing.
Bro, we used to go to like Club Lido, just show up, say, hey, can I get a fight tonight? If the guy's bigger than you, I got some weights, I put them in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, no medicals, no boxing commission, nothing. You would just show up, hey, you want to fight? I want to fight. You know what I mean? So
That's a street way.
yeah, this was in a nightclub, like with promotions. Like we had a promotion way back. It was called Mass Destruction. Kip Kohler ran it, and like he would just rent out the nightclub and match make. It was crazy back in the day. Like to watch, like the guys were fighting. You weren't making. You get $200-300 to go out there and fight. You know what I mean? But some guys weren't even making money. I mean, ticket sale, commissions. You know what I'm saying? But it was really just to test yourself. That's why I initially
Test your
got
technique.
your technique or yourself as a I'm gonna go against one man, so let's see what happens.
How competitive are you?
I'm very good.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a lot of brothers, 6 brothers and 1 sister.
There you go.
We're all competitive.
You're in the middle of those.
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
My great grandfather's 1 of 12, so.
Oh, all right.
Competitive family.
Right, absolutely.
How did you take your first loss?
What's crazy? My first 2 pro fights, because I really knew nothing about wrestling. When I first started out, I knew some stuff. Like I competed in NAGA. I think it was like beginners, and I took I took first place back in like 2002 in that. And so I knew some type of, had heart, and I could, some type of, but the level of college wrestling, the level of, Timberell, black belt, the thing, jiu-jitsu, like that was a whole
Different realm
of things. So, and also like conditioning and things like that. So my first fight was a pro fight. It was in amateur MMA. So
what year is it?
2007. I tried to fight before that. The guys backed out. Things didn't fall through. Like, I was trying to fight like getting some trouble, getting like in life. I ended up in prison, doing the wrong thing. Came home and I was just like, I'm done. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna pursue MMA and see what happens.
Yeah, release the anger.
So yeah. So in 2007 was my first pro fight. Was against this kid Dennis Olsen. He actually did well for himself, going on Bellator, some bigger cards.
That's a pretty decent first fight.
He was it was crazy. We were fighting for like a local title, 4 4-minute rounds. My first pro fight.
Okay.
I knew nothing about cardio, so I don't even really remember the fight. All I remember is the second round. I put him through the ropes, and he was done. But the ref was a kickboxing ref, and picked him up. And said, "You all right?" And like, go. And I was like, "Oh, I thought this was MMA." All right, that's all we done. And we were in a boxing ring. You know what I mean? So we go. And now we fight the whole fight. He gets a takedown at the end. I'm gassing. And he gets a takedown at the end. It's loud. Woo! This and that. And back in the day, bro, they were not fair. They were more towards like wrestling and jiu-jitsu, like on the judging aspect. So they gave him the decision to win. That was my first loss. Then my second loss is called Greg Rebello. He's like a beast. He's been around forever. Local MMA. Greg, winning MMA, like he's been on the, the contender and the tryouts. He's done. He's a phenomenal player. And he had a little bit more experience in the wrestling jiu-jitsu aspect. I fought him, dropped him in the first round. He gets up, second round, gas, he boxes. The ref stops it early. Boxes. So my first 2 fights, I'm like, wow, I'm done. I'm like, this is crazy.
Fights, you're like,
yeah. But I knew what I had to do. Instead of taking a loss, I knew what I had to do. I was like, wow, I gassed. This is where my mouths were. I gotta get to different gyms. I gotta learn how to wrestle. I gotta get better at jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? So on the way. So then after that, it was like first round knockout. So on certain things, and conditioning was huge, man. Like you don't know what it takes to get in there when the lights are on, the crowd screaming, like all your family and friends are there. You don't know what it takes on the out of you as far as the conditioning wise. Just those extra like hot races because
emotions going out of control.
Yeah, man. So the condition you have to be in to compete in a 85-minute round fight. It's unbelievable.
What did you get? Jump rope or conditioning or running?
After those first 2 losses, man, I think it was the next day after I lost, I went to the gym to hit the bag, just doing drills, more and more drills, rolling as much as I can, sparring as much as I can, just trying to learn, get into new gyms with new faces who, like I said, I went to US MMA, started meeting new guys over there, learning, more technique, like how to put this game together. I didn't even know there was a against the cage whole aspect of the MMA world. You know what I mean? It's like a whole nother. There's like round fighting, stand-up fighting, and there's like caging,
Wrestling,
clinching.
clinching, exactly.
Well, the clinching aspect against the cage is a whole. I mean, you read
your
a book
back
on
against the
it.
cage, you gotta know where you
It looks like they're just like doing this, but I mean, the stuff they're doing is unbelievable.
So like, what are they doing?
Well, there's
Are they like gassing? You're gassing. Like, I know, like you're trying to like gas your opponent, but like it's also like pressure.
They're either trying to get an underhooks. There's a lot of stuff they're doing. So you're putting pressure. They're trying to fight the pressure. So it looks like these real small movements, but it's really this. You know what I mean? It's whole body movements. It's pummling. It's grabbing the head. I mean, they're looking for the whatever the pressure against the cage, or you're pushing your heads under the chin. I mean, there's so much to it. Like I said, you do it. I didn't even know I even existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My first 3-4 fights were in a boxing ring.
Right.
So now I'm in the cage. Hey,
Yeah,
there's
you just
another
get thrown
world.
in and you're like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, let's go.
That's a great story though. You lose in 2 fights and you come back stronger than ever. That's what
Well, I
made
came
you
You're in the gym the next day after the fight. I think that was
Yeah, I was hurting from that loss. I took a couple losses, man.
Some people when
I
they
take
get hurt,
hurting bad.
when they get hurt, if they lose like that, they'll go take a week off and go think about it. You're just getting back to work.
I already knew. I literally already knew. Like, I mean, I lost. There's a couple fights that I fought good fighters, and I lost due to like, you know, things that I could have fixed and did better. But there's a lot of most of my losses was something that I already knew that I should have did better, or you know what I mean, or should have been more prepared for, or that I missed out. And, you know, I mean, there's like one guy who I said beat me. His name's Derek Brunson. He's in the UFC.
Oh yeah.
This dude called me with a overhand left, and I was gone.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
I mean,
I saw it.
yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, at that time, I was living in a factory. I was supposed to fight another guy. I wasn't training. I was having problems at home. I was homeless. They had me on banners. I'm eating oatmeal cookies, sleeping on an air mattress with a couple bags of lottery. You know what I'm saying? They're doing this big fight at convention center. I get switched out maybe 2 weeks out for Derek Brunson. I didn't know he was 2 weeks.
You had 2 weeks.
2 week notice. My other guy, I seen him fight before. I knew I had him.
Yeah.
I was good. So I'm jogging. I'm barely training. They give me Derek Brunson. I think the day before I'm like, oh man, this guy's like all-American wrestler, like, nasty, like undefeated. Then I didn't even know he was southpaw, so he came out like this. He comes in, I back straight up, he throws an overhand left, I'm not, and that's it. You know what I mean? So I mean, who knows what would happen if I would have trained correctly for that fight and came back prepared. Obviously, he's top 10 in the world. You know what I mean? So who knows?
He just beat Shabazz.
Yeah.
He just beat Shabazz.
He gets hard, man. I've never been wrong one time. I've been hit hard and like, whoa. I've never been hit like that.
It's so good.
So, what do you remember from that fight?
I remember getting out of the ring.
You remember
I remember getting in the ring, and I to be honest, he hit me. I went down, got right back up, and I'm looking at John McCarthy. No, what's John McCarthy? The big dude, bald dude. Dan, big Dan. I'm looking at him like, Dan, what are you doing? He's like, calm down, I got you. I was like, what do you mean you got me? He's like, no, I got you. I was like, it's all right. He's like, it's all right. I'm like, it's all right. Wait, why are you stopping the fight? I'm fine. So I get out the ring. The guy gives me a sword, the promoter. I'm like, well, give me a sword. I'm like, I flipped all the tables. I was insane. I was so mad because there was a bunch of things that I really didn't want to talk about that happened leading up to the position. I go up to the DJ. I'm like, change my sword. It's just a bunch of like, oh man. So then I go outside, bro. This is the craziest spot. I got the sword in my hand. I'm with my cousin. He's a smart ass. So I'm with my cousin. All of a sudden, come walking down the street, Derek Brunson. He goes, Todd, look, see that guy in the pink shirt right there? He just beat you up. I was like, ah. I said, yo, I'm going home.
That's a good story.
That's a great story. Thank you so much for coming on. I gotta come back here. We gotta do this again.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was cool. Next time we'll definitely try to get a little bit longer of a show. Talk a little bit longer. Cool. I think. Are we?
One more thing.
We got one more.
Did you see the white light?
I see the white light.
Yeah. What?
I mean, I think it was like a flash out there. I've seen the flash 1,200 times. This chin's solid.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering. I've been knocked down though. It was bright as hell.
Yeah.
All right, that's basically going to do it for Austin Gardner and Todd Chattelle. Thank you guys so much for coming up. First live stream in the books. Everybody, make sure you check us out next week. Check out all of our other podcasts. What's up?
Welcome him back again.
I can't hear you.
Welcome him back again.
Oh, we're absolutely going to be having Todd back. We're actually going to be having a couple of the boxes we got in this gym. If you didn't hear from the beginning, this is Legendary Boxing Gym, North Providence, Rhode Island, the boxing capital of the Northeast. So many good fighters, so many left we got to interview, including this man.
Who won their first fight?
Oh, did he pass?
I love the shirt.
Rocky
I told
first fight. Right, you can't really see it from the camera.
Get on
It's
it.
right
Hold on,
there.
wait. Here he comes. Look out. Hold on, here he comes.
Here comes Coach.
Jared
Here comes
Tillinghast.
Coach Jared.
Wait, you gotta get right in there, Jared.
You got to duck down a little bit.
Tell a story.
I'm the best fighter in the state. He's the best MMA in the state. Guys, I love you guys here. MMA, Rhode Island. Rhode Island's first champ right here, baby.
Let's go. We got a little hope behind us.
Right in here.
We got a little hope behind us.
My son.
This is what it's all about. We got family, we got boxing, we got
Dad, put your mask on.
over here. I'm at a loss for words. This has been a great experience. I'm definitely gonna have to come up here again. We all set?
Sign off.
MMA Complete, episode 11. Austin Gardner.
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian.
Make sure to check us out, SFBNRI, that's www.sfbnri.com. MMA Complete, we got a whole bunch of other podcasts you can go check out. We just came after Title Town Showdown with Nickel Rock, make sure you check that out, also on StreamYard. And it's 8 o'clock, we're getting out of here. Thank you, everybody. Peace out. Yo, is it 9?